But for any of that to work, the memory has to be formed in the first place. And that starts with encoding, the process of turning experience into a neural trace your brain can store. Encoding isn't automatic. It doesn't just happen because you read something or you've heard it in class. It takes mental effort, and the fuel for that effort is attention. When you focus, your brain allocates resources to that idea. It tags it as important and so starts to build the pathway. Without that signal, the experience might pass through your mind, but it won't leave a trace. That's why distractions matter more than they seem. Even glancing at your phone will reset the mental context and disrupt your encoding. One study found that students remembered significantly more when their phones were left in another room entirely. So even if you feel like you're studying, if your attention is flickering, very little is actually being encoded. Different levels of memory and learning take different levels of attention. Short-term memory, what you're holding in your mind right now, like a phone number you haven't written down yet, requires active and conscious attention. But most people misuse the term. If you remember something 30 minutes later without actively holding it in your mind, it's already long-term memory, but in a fragile, easily lost form. This is the kind of memory you build when you cram the night before a test. It works for a while, but it's temporary, and you can actually only form a few of these fragile memories per session. Encoding is limited by attention and energy. You might study 10 things the night before a test, but only properly encode 3. So while you might manage to encode a few memories in a single revision session, especially if you're focused, encoding is only the